Hey, it's Nancy from Nancy Chu Homes, your real estate expert in New Jersey and beyond. Look, everyone wants a home of their own. It's a place to express yourself in decoration, to live and to work in comfort, and just a safe space for you and your family to live their best lives, right? Look, I know that everyone out there is really feeling the pinch of inflation right now. And these days, whether that is at the gas pump or at the checkout line of the grocery store, but there's one sector that is like really hitting the pocketbooks hard. And that, of course, is real estate. So many people I know that are like raising a family and looking for more space, or perhaps they're looking to make a move or downsize, trying to help a family member buy or even rent a home of their own. These interest rates really hurt because, higher prices for homes means higher prices that landlords are looking for in rent, right? So we can't get some affordability back into our real estate until we get a grip on inflation. And while no one has like a crystal ball about the future, I would say that everyone is scared of how inflation is going to affect them. So the big question is, what are the top three things that the Federal Reserve is looking for in order to put a stop on the raising of interest rates, right? So I'm going to outline for you these top three things that I think the Fed is looking for. And at the end, I'm also going to give you a really big tip on how to buy a home, even in this economy. And that buying a home in this economy isn't out of your reach. So be sure to stay to the end to hear it. And look, this is a dialogue. So I would love nothing more than to see your comments and to have you like and subscribe to my channel, on which I really geek out on all the ins and outs of real estate today. Okay, so now back on topic. It's really simple. In order for the Federal Reserve to stop raising interest rates, they really need to see what they call below trend economic growth, right? And what are those three major things, translating to? Number one, it translates to a softening labor market, which can be broken down to, both less new jobs looking to be filled and also slowing down wage growth. So does anybody remember during the pandemic, anytime you changed your professional job, there was like an average of like an 11 to 15% wage increase every time you did it? Bananas, right? Okay, new jobs. We've seen a ton of 24 to 50-year-olds entering back into the job market. I think maybe they're taking advantage of some, really nice salary opportunities. On the other hand, also immigration is kind of back to pre-COVID levels, which does also help to fill a lot of that job market. And last but not least, which I love, women have entered into the workforce, and women in the workforce right now is at an all-time high, which is super exciting. Now, I attribute this, brave new world, to a lot of work flexibility. Now, if, say, for instance, you're a mom and you really want to get back into the workforce, but going into the office 5 days a week really isn't an option for you. Well, the ability now to work part-time, flex work, maybe you're only going to the office twice a week and you can make that happen. So a lot of opportunity for women. Now, as for the salary reduction part of softening the labor market, this chart here from Reuters shows you that payroll numbers are starting to ease back to where pre-pandemic levels were, which especially these days, I guess we consider that a metric for what is normal. Great. Number two on our list of things the Fed needs to see in order to stop raising interest rates: price reductions in the service industry, especially in categories that people need, to simply live and to work, like travel or food service, or the monster that's in the room, medical care, which is always very high. Check out this chart. I am a chart-heavy girl today. Recently, we've seen some of the biggest declines in prices in healthcare and public transportation. I mean, honestly, these sectors of spending are a little less sensitive to interest rates in general because they're more tied to direct labor, right? Which we all know the job market is still pretty tight, but we are seeing the result of slowing wage growth. Ready for number three? The Fed wants to see the slowdown of US manufacturing industrial output. All right. In other words, the government hopes that Americans will stop spending so much money on stuff or goods, as they call it, which in turn will slow down the orders to the factories who make goods. And that last bit of data that we saw that was released the third week of August showed that new orders for durable goods came down by about 5.2% from June to July, which is kind of a long trend with May and June. There were also declines in production there on things like, appliances, furniture, clothing, etc. Now, why is this good for you? Price reductions? Well, let's go back to that chart. Here we go. See, now I have different colors on it. This shows that prices came down on automobiles, electronics, books, household stuff, just in general. This is good news for our bank accounts. Okay. Look, there you have it. The top 3 things that the Federal Reserve is looking for to stop their interest rate hike bonanza. And even if you might not feel all of these price reductions right away, it is a step in the right direction for taming runaway inflation. And it will catch up to the consumer eventually, like you and me. So we will see some relief on the horizon for prices. All right. As promised, what is my big tip about buying real estate in this economy? Honestly, it's a really good tip for, buying real estate in any economy, because I am a full-fledged believer that it is never a bad time to buy real estate. You simply have to adjust your expectations of what real estate can do for you. Every market, no matter how you define it, whether by town or neighborhood or school district, it has a median price point, okay? A median price point, the price per square foot for the average house in average condition in that market. So if you think real estate is a long-term investment, then it's just like the stock market, right? You want to buy low, or in this case, buy below the median. Now, this does mean that you are looking for a home that is possibly below average condition, all right? And you can decide to make smart, financial, prudent improvements to your home. Because unlike the stock market, where you kind of can't personally affect the rise or fall of the stock prices, right? In real estate, you can. Once again, smart, financially prudent improvements on your home over time that will move your home from something that is below the median to a value that is above the median by simply upgrading condition, right? And utilizing the most important investment strategy, which is time. Time. All right, listen, if you want to know more about how I've personally done that, please check out my other videos, or you can always text me directly to either sell your home or for real estate advice, 917-992-3098. Look, if I've given you anything at all that's new to think about or taught you something today, then please comment, but also subscribe so that we can grow our channel and help others and in their investment and wealth building journeys. All right, guys, see you next week.